Libo-libong mga sundalo ng bansang Amerika pauuwiin na ni Donald Trump. Naku po, mga sangkay. Anyway, bago tayo magpatuloy, sa mga hindi pa po dyan nakakapag-subscribe sa ating YouTube channel, makikita nyo po yung subscribe button sa baba ng video na to. I-click nyo lamang po yung subscribe, i-click ang bell, at i-click nyo po yung all. Sa mga nanonood naman po sa Facebook, i-follow nyo po yung ating Facebook page kung gusto nyo na mga katulad po nitong topic, kasi dito sa Sangkay World Talks, ang pinag-uusapan lamang po natin every day ay patungkol sa mga pandaigdigang balita at mga impormasyon. So ngayon nga po mga sangkay, ito po yung ganap. Itong Amerika ay i-withdraw daw po yung libo-libo nilang mga sundalo doon po sa Germany. Nako mga sangkay, nagkakaroon po kasi ngayon ng tensyon, no? Sa mga leader at itong si Trump. Talagang inaangasan po yung NATO. So tingnan natin ang balitang to.
NATO insists it is confident of its defense capabilities after US President Donald Trump announced plans to withdraw 5,000 troops from Germany. The decision comes after German Chancellor Friedrich Merz claimed Iran was humiliating America in the Middle East. Sean Bell analyzes the impact of the withdrawal.
Okay.
The US Defense Department has announced that 5,000 US personnel will be leaving Germany sometime over the next 6 to 12 months.
Okay, so ayan po, dahan-dahan na pong aalisin daw ni Trump yung 5,000 na mga sundalo sa Germany. Kaya nga po sabi ng Germany na panahon na para hindi tayo maging dependent sa US pagdating sa pagpoprotekta sa kanilang lupain. Kasi ang pinakakalaban po talaga dito ng Germany at nitong buong Europe ay walang iba, mga sangki, kundi ang Russia. Yan po yung kanilang kumbaga kinakatakutan na kung sakasakaling mangyari itong matitinding kumprontasyon at tensyon. Kasi ngayon mga sangkay, nakikita naman po natin na tuloy-tuloy pa rin po ang digmaan ng Russia at Ukraine. So kapag ka napuno din po yung Russia at balikan itong NATO, delikado sila. Lalong-lalo kung sila-sila lang, mga sangkay. Kasi medyo talaga, medyo bad trip ngayon itong si Donald Trump sa NATO kasi hindi daw po tumulong sa digmaan dito po sa Iran war. No? Nanghingi ng tulong si Trump, tapos hindi nagpadala.
This was put into context, though, that there'll be at least 36,000 troops currently based in Germany. This only represents about 14% of the total. The Americans will still have a huge air base at Ramstein. They'll also have the headquarters for their European and African.
So ganyan po kadami mga sangkay yung mga ayan yung mga sundalo ng Amerika dyan po sa Europe. Ayan Spain 3,000, Italy 12,000. 'Di ba? Germany sobrang dami. Tapos United Kingdom 10,000. To Germany grabe, 36,000. Mga Amerikanong sundalo. Grabe.
Command. But it is worth looking at the wider footprint here. US forces number about 68,000 total across about 12 countries of Europe.
Diba? Ganyan po, kadami. Yung American soldiers na nandyan nakapaligid po sa Europe. Ito daw po yung nagpoprotekta sa Europe. So kung aalisin ni Donald Trump yan, malaking problema po yan, mga sangkay, sa kanilang nasasakupan.
And it's not the first time that President Trump's threatened to reduce the numbers. In his first term, he threatened to reduce them by 10,000. That didn't materialize. So what is the impact of this on NATO security and European security more widely? Well, the NATO military posture around Europe is largely a legacy of the Cold War. During my first tour in the Gütersloh in Germany, when the height of the Cold War, but as soon as that finished, all of a sudden, over the next decade, most of the UK forces withdrew from Germany. So logically, it makes complete sense for the Americans to gradually reduce their footprint in Europe.
So dahan-dahan po talagang binabawasan ni Trump yung mga sundalo sa Europe. Hindi ko alam kung yan ba ay bahagi ng usapan nila ni Putin, no? Na ipitin itong NATO. Pero yun nga po, ang naiintindihan ko lang dito mga sangkay, kasi itong si Donald Trump, bad trip po talaga sa NATO. Kasi, nung nangihingi po siya ng tulong, ang NATO hindi po umaksyon. Pero medyo may punto din po si Trump, kasi, alam nyo, ang Europe, ang NATO, tinutulungan ng Amerika. Pero yung NATO, hindi tumutulong sa US. So, paano yung balik doon? 'Di ba? Tinutulungan ng US na bantayan yung kanilang mga nasasakupan doon. Pero pag ang US ang nangailangan ng tulong, hindi po tumutulong yung NATO. So, talagang lugi yung Amerika dito.
Of course, that's not the issue. Objectively, it makes sense. Subjectively, the way that this has been delivered is incredibly damaging. It seems to be in direct response to German political criticism of President Trump, and therefore
So, ayun na nga po kasi criticize ng Germany si Trump eh. Kaya ito tuloy yung nangyari.
form of punishment, all of which is very damaging for NATO's unity and credibility. Also, the talks between Iran and America do not seem to be going well. At the heart is the nuclear question. President Trump has been very clear that he will not allow Iran to get a nuclear weapon.
Okay, so yan po talaga yung pinaka-goal ng Amerika na itong Iran ay hindi makapagsagawa ng nuclear program o nuclear weapon. Kasi ang kinakatakot nila dyan, no, na maging tuluyan na po maghari-harian itong Iran. At alam naman po natin mga sangkay kung gaano delikado ang kalaban ng Iran. Tinututuo talaga nila mga sangkay yung mga pag-atake nila. So kung ganun pa lang sila mag-isip tapos may nuclear weapon sila, baka paliparan ka agad yung Amerika ng isang nuclear. Nako, malaking gulo yun.
And if negotiations do fail, his only other alternative is to revert back to military action.
So kung hindi daw po makikinig ang Iran, balik ulit sa gera.
Remember, here at Fordow in the north of the country is one of the nuclear facilities, but it's not the above ground that matters. It's the sensitive facilities that are stored deep underground.
Nasa ilalim daw po ng lupa itong mga nuclear program ng Iran.
In the middle of last year, there was Operation Midnight Hammer. It was B-2 bombers using 20,000 pounds bunker buster bombs going deep underground. This is
Grabe.
satellite imagery of how the strikes were intended. And when as a former weapons instructor, it's pretty clear these were a very effective targeting, but did the battle damage assessment assess that actually they destroyed their targets?
So yun po ang ginagawa ng Amerika. Yung mga nuclear sites ng Iran, pinapasabog po nila.
Over the last 2 or 3 weeks, almost certainly American and Israeli intelligence would have been trying to look and see how many of these nuclear targets
Grabe.
were completely destroyed, partially destroyed, or at least were untouched. That will create a new set of targets, a master target list, potentially for an Operation Midnight Hammer 2, and that might be why hypersonic missiles have also been suggested.
So ang dami po pala talagang mga nuclear sites pagdating po sa nuclear program ng Iran. Kaya ito po yung target. Hindi daw po sila aalis, sabi ni President Trump, hanggat mayroon pong nuclear program yung Iran. Talagang hindi nila pa aalisin yung mga Amerikanong sundalo na nakapaligid sa Iran. So pagka ganyan, may hirapan pong umusad ang Iran. Kasi nga po, every time nagagawa sila, gagalaw sila, aatakihin sila ng Amerika.
But what will America do then? Well, the lion's share of opinion still seems to be they'll walk away, but it'll leave behind a lot of loose ends.
Okay, so yan po ang sitwasyon mga sangkay sa international. At isa po sa nangyayari ngayon, itong America versus NATO. Mga sundalo po yan sa Europe, mga sangkay o mga leader sa Europe. Nagkakaroon po talaga ng mainit na tensyon. Ano po ang inyong opinion? Comment down below. Huwag nyo pong kalilimutan na i-subscribe yung ating YouTube channel. God bless everyone.